Brent, we got one other thing that's not on our script for today. One of our special members that we're going to recognize for something else later in the program, but Wishy Nolan's turning 94 today, so I think this. Happy birthday if you don't mind.
Happy birthday to Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, we sing. Happy birthday to you.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty for all. Now I'm gonna call on Wishy for today's invocation.
And I want to tell you that my wife Janet is with me today, and I'm thrilled to have her. As Rotarians today, may we count your blessings in such a powerful way, to know that all the beauty around us came for us to see, and now we share that beauty with others through Rotary. Thank you for the many wonderful opportunities that we have. And as we leave this place today, may we take those joys to others that they may find your way. In our holy God we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Wishy. Call up Gregory Gino to welcome our guest. You do not need to make your way to the mic stand today. Gregory's just going to introduce you. While he's running down the list over there, I saw something that inspired me over the weekend. It said, knowledge decides what to say, skill decides how to say it, attitude decides how much to say, and wisdom decides whether or not to say it. I would refer to this as what I commonly known as the think principle. The T, is it the truth? The H, will my words be helpful? The I, will my words be inspiring? The N, are my words necessary? And the K, will my words be kind? Gregory?
All right, we'll make this real short. We have no guests, so there's only two Rotarians on Zoom, and that's Brian Patchett and Tori Thomas. Welcome.
Thank you, Gregory. Good job. So now I would like to, I'm not going to call up Wishy. We're going to deliver Wishy what I mentioned last week. David, you mind helping me? Wishy is the Al Kessler, thank you, Rotarian of the Year. And it states here on the plaque, William Wishy Nolan, with sincere appreciation for your unselfish commitment to the Rotary Club of Shreveport and the Rotary Foundation. Thank you, the Rotary Club of Shreveport. Let's give Wishy a hand.
Thank you. I hope I get to stick around to 95. I'll start that process today. And then I want to tell you that if you want to know what Rotary is all about, when you leave here today, you'll find someone who needs some help along the way. And it will make life so different for you, because when you remember others, you forget your pain along the way. So may God richly bless each of you this day to lead others in his holy way. Amen.
Thank you, Wishy. This award was created in 2013 by Larry Avinsky, and it's presented each year to a non-board member who went over and beyond to help the current club president to achieve their goals. You know, and I just want to thank Wishy again. He continues to support the Rotary Foundation and our club with his poems, art, and inspiring invocations. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Let's give it up for Wishy one more time. Now I would like to invite our officers, current officers up front, and I'm going to present you with a gift. That's Martha, David, Gail, and Greg. We'll be proud of those gold bags. These ones blue bags. All right, thank y'all. And now I'm going to call up each of our board members. First, I'm going to start with Larry Clark, Club Service. Larry, you want us to bring you the gold bag, or you back healed up? And man, you're doing good. Let's give it up for Larry. That's amazing. Call up Lauren Jones. Lauren Jones, Vocational Service. Is LJ here? Okay. Ross Smith, I know he's out of town with Community Service. I saw Dr. Jeffrey Curse here. Jeffrey? Yep, he's hiding. Okay. You did a great job with the scholarships as well this year. Raise and Give, John David Person. Is John David with us today? And then Brent Latin, International Service, and we're going to recognize him one more time as the Small Business of the Year. Brent, congratulations. All right, well, just want to share a few thoughts with you on my year. You know, it was a great honor and pleasure to serve as your president. I'd be the first to admit that it's gone by much faster than I ever anticipated, as do most things that we enjoy. I will always have favorable memories of this journey as this season of my Rotary leadership comes to an end. As I started out on this experience, my primary goal was to continue strengthening and building out our Rotary relationships. And I thought the way that we could achieve that was with excellent programs and a healthy balance of serving in social events. And I think the numbers will tell the story, and I'm going to present some of that to you. But again, I want to thank Charlotta for the great programs that she brought us this year. Let's give her one more hand. So we had 22 social events with over 300 Rotarians attending. We had 6 Thirsty Thursdays that Gail Flowers coordinated. We had 11 Friday morning coffee chats. We had 2 events with the Shreveport Symphony. We had the Rotary Night at the performance of Carmen at the Shreveport Opera. We participated in the World Polio Day, and we had our first annual Centenary Rotary Tailgate. And we hope to do that again, I think, this year. As for serving, we had 18 events that we participated in with over 200 Rotarians, and what I would say was in excess of 500 volunteer hours. This service ranged from downtown cleanups, tree planting, junior livestock sale, the Christmas market at Common Ground, Salvation Army bell ringers, Valentine's Day carnations at the Glen, Junior Mentor Day, Love the Boot cleanup, packing groceries at the food bank, and the water station at Holy Angels Fun Run. You know, during my term, we voted and approved 2 bylaw changes, and I think both of these will strengthen our club going forward. The first, we increased our board of directors from 7 to 8, allowing for 4 2-year staggered terms for continuity. We also did a bylaw change to allow for the membership category of companion club. That club is off and running, the Rotarians Rising, which I truly believe is going to be the future of Shreveport Rotary Club. We made a total community investment of $39,000. A couple of months ago, as I mentioned, Jeffrey Kurtz headed up our scholarship committee, and we gave out 6 $2,000 local scholarships. With the partnership of our local Shreveport Rotary Foundation, we made an additional $2,000 scholarship available to the James Allen Scholarship at Centenary and a $2,000 scholarship at the Caddo Career Center. And we've also, this past year, established a new scholarship, the Charlie McBride Scholarship, that will begin this Rotary year. In addition to that, we had 5 $3,000 community grants that were awarded last week and 2 matching district grants totaling $8,000. You know, and I think for a club our size, $39,000 is a significant contribution to all the great work that's taking place here in our community. Our club's in good shape financially, but we all need to help recruit new members to keep things trending in the right direction. I know David and his board of directors will really be focused and honed in on that this new year. Again, I just want to express my gratitude to the officers, directors, Lawrence, Charlotta, and all of you for helping create a Magic of Rotary experience this year. Thanks again. And now I'm going to call up past president Larry Yavinsky to help install our new board of directors.
Thank you, Greg. I know David is not much of a pomp and circumstance kind of guy, but a couple of things I just wanted to say that's not on your Rotary Bulletin. My wife has known David since he was a little boy, and David has always been my go-to guy. From the time when his brother lived next door to me, and we had a poodle that ran out on Line Avenue, and he got in his car and helped chase us down, to being involved in our temple. He has been instrumental in keeping up security there. He's been involved in the Brotherhood for countless years. And so when we had a past president's meetings a few years ago to decide who would be the next leader, we already had candidates written in and went around the room. Does anybody have any write-in? So I said, wait a minute, what about David Brandis? He's my go-to guy. He said, I think he will be a great leader. And so one other little fact I failed to mention is that David played baseball for LSUS. So I know he's very proud of the Pilots. And so without further ado, let's bring out the band.
Wonderful welcome, but there's something that suits me better than that. Hit it. Right on cue. I hope that's different enough.
GW, or should I say David, raise your right hand. David, do you pledge that you will, to the best of your ability, administer the duties of the office of president of the Rotary Club of Shreveport in a businesslike manner in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of this club?
I do. The business-like manner kind of went out the door just now.
I hereby declare that you are duly installed as the president of the Rotary Club for the Shreveport for the year 2025-2026.
We're going to talk later, Merritt.
So the president's pen is traditionally passed on from president to president. So I'm going to give it to immediate past president now, Greg, to David, and I'm going to stand out of the way while they do that.
Well, I can keep up with all the things that I failed you on this year on one hand. Number two was leaving the pen at my office, so I'll get that pen to you. The other mistake I made, I bought a dozen number two pencils back when I was in the second grade, and I used all 12 of those pencils, but never used the eraser.
That's too bad. Okay, I'm going to now call on the returning officers and new incoming board directors to join us. President-elect Gail Flowers. Vice President Greg Juneau. Secretary Treasurer Jared Horton. Is Jared here today? Okay. Directors Larry Clark, come on back up. Brent Latin. Ross Smith, I believe he's not here. Peyton Laborde. Mark Medicus. Laura Alderman Baxter. Megan McDaniel. This will give us some speed having Megan up here, that's for sure. And Pierre Smith. Raise your right hand, please, and will each of you fulfill the responsibilities of your office to the best of your ability and in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of this club? I hereby declare the new officers and directors installed and ask past President Martha to present President Greg with the club gavel is symbolic of the club's transfers administration. Oh, okay. Well, that's a. All right, we got the script a little wrong.
That's okay, guys. I'm fixing to pass the gavel.
All right.
I hereby, George, declare you the new club president.
And I will never tell a lie.
On behalf of the entire club, I want to congratulate all the new officers and directors and thank you for accepting this responsibility. Join me in giving our new officers and directors a hand. Mr. President.
All right, I got some problems with you people. Oh, y'all can sit down. You're good. You're good. First of all, I'd like to give to our past president, Greg, who did a marvelous job this year. It's going to be hard to follow in your footsteps, Greg, but this is what you ordered. Just like it's a great plaque with a little gavel. It'll remind you of beating on me.
Yeah.
Which you had to do constantly. The other thing, which I know you're going to be very pleased with, is you know what? I think I put it in the coat pocket.
That's okay.
Gosh, no, wait. Here it is. He gets his gold badge as past president. So he joins an elite club.
All right.
Right
Thank
there.
you very much.
Hang on to
Good
that.
luck to you. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
This program is blowing through quickly, much quicker than I thought it was going to go. We didn't introduce guests. There were some guests here, three of whom are my wife and two of my kids. Y'all can stand up real quick. It's my wife, Amy, and my daughter, Arden, in black, and in the pink, or what is that, watermelon, is Avery. So, and Arden and Avery, if y'all would come up here. Surprise. Come on up. I have another one that couldn't make it up here. He's in Baton Rouge working, but he will get one of these as well. And I'll grant you each with your Paul Harris fellowships. I'll explain what those are to you later. There's Arden. Turn towards Greg and he'll take a picture, and here's some pins. Okay. For George Washington now. All right. You're good, you're good, you're good. I'm not big on writing speeches down, which I didn't. But I always have something to say, unfortunately. One thing I would say, I wouldn't be anywhere I am today without Amy. We've been married over 28 years now, and our mutual friend who introduced us is constantly calling. She lives in Austin, and apologizing to Amy on a daily basis with what she has to deal with. And the thing that looks Amy gives me sometimes, but doesn't say, oh, thank you. I can deal with the looks. That's just not the ridicule on some things. I wanted to tell you, everybody in here has a different journey to Rotary. We all either have had a friend who brought us to Rotary, a relative, or something like that. And I like hearing those stories. So I'd like to, this next year, I'd like to hear from everybody, just on an individual level. How did you get to Rotary? What makes you stay a Rotarian? What is important about Rotary that ties you to this club? Is it what we do for the community? Is it what we do for the world? What's your binding tie to Rotary Club of Shreveport? And just real quickly to tell you my personal story of Rotary, I think I know at the time I joined, it was over 26 years ago. And back then, Rotary was the executive club was pretty darn tough to get in. You had to have, they only allowed 2 people from each discipline. So you only had 2 bankers. You only had 2 lawyers. To Mark's credit, you only had 2 engineers. He had to wait because there were engineers in here. It was very tough, and you had to be an executive. And in February 2nd of 2000, my oldest brother, who was a member of this club, passed away unexpectedly. Some of you know Steve, Judge Bryson. I know you knew Steve Branis, my oldest brother. And then literally a week later, on February 9th, my great uncle and godfather, Sammy Abramson. And I know some of y'all know Sammy. Charlotta knew Sammy very well. He brought Charlotta in the club, if I believe. And so we lost 2 very close family members that were, from what I've understood, were very big parts of this club. And so it wasn't a few days after that, and some of you may remember this fella, Al Kessler, showed up to my office. And he said, "You're it." He said, "Steve's gone, Sammy's gone, you have to step up." And he got me pushed through at a very young age. I was the youngest member of Rotary back then, to join the executive club. And I've been here ever since. And, I'm here not because of necessarily what Rotary International does, but because what our club does. I mean, I think everything starts at home, and every person in this room exemplifies service above self. I mean, I can't look at one person in here and not know the extracurricular activities you do and have done for our community in Rotary and outside Rotary, be it at Caddo Parish Schools with Gail, or, Salvation Army with Major Smith. It's just so many different things that we bring to the table here in the Shreveport Rotary Club that together we make a big impact here. Speaking of big impacts, I came back, I went last week to Calgary to the Rotary International Convention. And because that's about the farthest I'm going to travel. I'm not going to Taipei. I'm sorry. That's next year. I'm going to fly for 24 hours to go to a Rotary International meeting. But what's so interesting going to those meetings is you see clubs. Now, we often see clubs that vary in size. We're a large club, and the large clubs, there are very few of us in the world, let alone the United States. And we have a large club conference, which is very beneficial to go to and learn what other large clubs do. But when you go to the International Convention, you see clubs from the Sahara Plains of Africa to things that are still going on in the Ukraine amongst their war. It's very interesting talking to these different people and learning about their life and how Rotary has bettered their community. And also how global grants have helped to better our community, which, you know, we're familiar with because it helped us a couple of years ago. There's a lot of things that we do, and it's all because of each one of you. So I just want to have a really bang up year, and I don't want to get too fired up because, you know, the Mount Rushmore, I'm saying Mount Rushmore, I look like George Washington, Larry. No, Mount Everest is full of dead bodies of people that were very enthusiastic. So I want to temper our enthusiasm, but I think we can do a lot of good things this year. Is everybody think we can do something good this year? Okay. One of the great things, one of the things the president gets to do is he gets to give local grant, and it's his or her choice who that grant goes to. And because my youngest daughter has worked literally hundreds of hours, and she was one of 3 volunteers that first started working at community school, which is a school that's out at Holy Angels. That's where our community grant is going to go, is the community school. So it's going to be very beneficial for those kids. And, you know, oddly enough, you know, we have in the past, and I understand people know, we do give money to Holy Angels. We have in the past. Community school, while it's located on the grounds of Holy Angels, it is not Holy Angels. It is a separate entity, and it has separate employees. So this will be a gift to somebody brand new. I think that's worth noting. It is quite unique, but it helps, you know, young kids who are developmentally and physically disabled that just can't join regular classrooms. So it's going to be a good cause. Really good cause. But I'm looking forward to this year. I hope everybody else is too. I mean, we've got something starting this weekend. This is the last day to sign up if you're not coming to July 4th at Sci-Port. It's going to be great. I would encourage you to sign up today. We've got over 70, how many, Mark? But I added 8. Yeah. I did 8 yesterday. I thought we were over that. We're not. Okay. Well, no, I think it's going to be great. It'll be a lot of fun, and it'll be in the air conditioning. You won't be sweating in this costume like I am right now. So I hope you didn't mind. I took the liberty of doing this. I thought it'd be something a little out of the box that we hadn't done before. And, you know, I kind of feel a little sexy being George Washington. So I may dress like this at home more, Amy. Yeah. The other thing is on the 12th, it's not on here, Lawrence, but I'm going to mention the 12th as well. Lawrence Rich will be our outgoing district governor, and Lawrence will be sworn in as our district governor, and Charlotta, our district nominee, governor-elect, I'm sorry. It's hard to keep track. So that's going to be great. So if you can come, and remember, are we up to Lawrence, are we past the, okay, so we still have 8 slots open. So the last 8 club members that come in, the club pays your ticket, which is $30. And then if you want to bring a spouse, a friend, a significant other, then you pay the other 30. So take advantage of that and do that. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. And we need to support Lawrence and Charlotta, and certainly say goodbye to Rich. He did a bang up job as district governor. I mean, I can tell you the last 2 years prior to you, we didn't get the same communication. And I know one of those years was some health issues with FICO, but you've exceeded all expectations. And I know Lawrence will be right there. As long as it doesn't take him away as executive director, it'll be okay. I got to lean on him. But really, that's an early meeting. Unless somebody wants to dance, I don't know what else we're going to do today. That was quick. Quick and easy. Yeah, everybody got tickets. Okay, so we need to do the raffle, right? I don't think I have tickets here yet. So what is the story? Would anybody right now, we do have time to fill. What was your Rotary journey to come into Rotary? Jane, what was your journey? How did you come to Rotary?
Well, I don't think so much people will be interested how I came as much as I left one day at lunchtime, just before the meeting started, 1992. But that's talking about me. But my father was a Rotarian. He passed away in November of '67, and Ralph Siegel called me shortly after that. And he said, come on in, we want to put you in his classification. Back then, classifications were only one person for the most part, unless the member of that classification agreed that someone else could join of the same classification. So that's how I came in. And it's been great ever since.
Let's go to, good. Megan, how did you come to be in Rotary? This is a young Rotarian.
So Charlotta Nordyke and I have worked together for about 23 years, and she kept encouraging that I interview for the group study exchange, which is like foreign exchange students for business people in Rotary. 2 districts would both pick 4 young professionals and you'd swap essentially. And so I was able to go to Thailand for a month and travel all over Thailand, presenting to all the Rotary clubs, presenting at the Rotary International. And also part of it was to develop you as a business professional. So they would take us to our counterparts in Thailand and let us see how similar or how different it was. And that is how I met Kristen Powers, who is also a member of this Rotary Club. And in terms of Charlotta, I can lovingly just think she's like that guy that just wouldn't let you say no to dating. I'm like, she just kept bringing me back. Like anytime there was a program that she thought I might enjoy, she would bring me. And so, just kept re-entering through Rotary until I was ready to join them until I finally dated her.
Good deal, good deal. And we've got a lot of, the younger folks that are joining now, the Red Badgers, recently Blue Badgers, they're the future of the club. Like Megan, like Olivia sitting over there, Jeffrey Kirst. I know I'm missing people, but they're going to be the future of our club, and I think we're in good hands. And it's something that Sarah told me. She said, no matter how bad it gets, the club will survive. But with that being said, it won't survive without new members. So we need to keep churning, because it seems like we're in this cyclical realm of when we get 2 members either leave for personal reasons, job reasons, or other. But we need to be bringing in more than we're putting out. We should. There's more people alive on the earth today that have ever lived. So why do we have a problem with membership? We shouldn't. But anyway, with that, is everybody ready for the raffle? All right. So we've got Rotary Foundation. What is the number? Flip this. Okay. Take me a minute to learn this. The total was $119, $60 for the foundation, $59 for lucky ticket number 882. 882. Oh, there you go. Mr. McInnes, roll it over, roll it over. All right. And then we've got flowers from Roseneath. This is what Larry usually wins. So I'll call his ticket 997. If you win, it's going to, oh, Olivia, excellent, excellent. And Olivia, you're recently engaged. Congratulations. That's awesome. And we've got eggs. How many eggs do we have, Lawrence? Okay, for the full dozen eggs from the chickens that are Andy Sheehy's. Does anybody in here remember the speech that John Lowe gave about the chickens? That was pretty funny. John Lowe was fantastic. Okay, ticket number 890. 890. All right, there you go, Alex, you got it. All right. Okay, so for the half dozen eggs, we have 844. All right, Joe. Okay, now we're going to red ticket for another half dozen, 013. I got. Oh, Sarah. All right. No, I was just telling Jeffrey, yeah, I pulled a red ticket. I saw you got excited. He didn't get the orange tickets. All right, well, that is it for the meeting. Thank everyone for coming. I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun this year, I think. It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be exciting. We're gonna do some weird things. It's probably will not be the only costume you see me in. And I hope to wrangle some other people in some costumes. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Megan, you're up for it, I know. Olivia, you'll do it too. You'll do it. All right. Jeffrey, I know you don't have much time getting back to dentistry, but you have a little time to put a costume on every now and then. All right. All right. So thanks to James Adams as our money taker, Kim Green selling tickets. Appreciate it, Kim. And the greeter scanner was, I think, everybody that walked in. Oh, Pierre did it. Okay, stepped up. I appreciate it. So next week, we're going to hear from our District Governor, Lawrence Calhoun. This is going to be interesting. Lawrence is always a good speaker. So if you would, please join me for the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it benefit in better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?